A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. It's nice to know our website is on autopilot on days like today when we're entirely focused on learning how to sail our new sailboat. But more on that later.
Thank you.
And we're sailing.
Sweet. So today the plan is it's just a practice sail to keep, improving our skills, and we want to focus on upwind and downwind sailing. It seems like it's a pretty light day, which is really nice, and it's beautiful out. Ready when you are.
Ready?
Yep.
Love you.
Love you too.
So you got a powerboat right behind you.
Yeah, we got some space there. I think we're just gonna fall off a little bit, and then just let me know when we're clear, and I'll turn us over to the port side.
All right, we're off.
Sweet. Great job.
All clear.
Thanks. What a beautiful day for a sail.
Right, it's perfect. It's like 10 knots, no chop, no
Sun is
clouds.
shining.
This is the perfect day to practice our sailing skills.
Right? Compared to last time, it's gonna be much smoother.
Yeah. Yeah, can you undo the main sheet? All right, raising the main.
Great.
I feel like compared to the last sail that we did, which was really crazy and scary, I'm very happy to be out on a calm, beautiful sunny day. So that's the plan. No destination, just enjoy being out on the water and keep improving our skills. So I think we can do we're gonna be tacking a bunch, and so we can change jobs, Lou, and switch it up, and then both practice sail trim and both practice being at the helm.
Great, here we go.
Let's do it. Wanna get the jib out?
Yeah.
Cool. Ready? So we have the jib fully out and the mainsail fully out, and we're gonna be sailing.
There we go.
Sweet.
All right, we appear to be doing an accidental tack.
No, it's just luffing, just luffing.
Just kidding.
I'm trying to test how close I can go to the wind.
Yeah.
And so then we're not really moving that fast, so it's sometimes then it's like overcorrects and then we're in a luffing position.
Yeah.
It's called pinching.
Pinching.
Yeah.
So we got our jib up all the way, we got our main up, we did our first tack, we're on our second tack now. We have about 10 knots of wind and we're doing 4.1 knots of boat speed, 4.2, 4.3. Yeah, things are going well. Dana, we're doing 6 knots.
Look at you at the helm.
So I'm basically just trying to get us as close to the wind as possible, which means we're heeling a little bit more than normal, but it seems to be working. We're doing 6 knots right now, and this is about as close as Penelope wants to point into the wind. Oops, she's trying to turn on me again.
Yeah, she likes to point into the, or what is it called? Rounding up.
Weather helm, right, or something?
Yeah.
Who knows? Someone does.
It's pretty crazy to be out here, and on such a nice day. I feel like we weren't sure how long the season would last because, you know, weather can turn at any point, and especially after the last sail. But today is just gorgeous. It's like bright blue skies. It's not that cold out. And it really feels good to be out here on Penelope just practicing. It's like we thought it would be upwind sailing practice, but it's really just tacking practice. Blue's at the helm. We are on this tack for a while, so I can just sit back and relax and really take in the boat. I feel like sometimes when you're at the helm, like the other person actually does more of the work, like all of the ropes, or the line, sorry, and like it's a lot more muscle of a job. But when you're at the helm, I feel like you're so focused, sometimes I don't really realize, like, wow, we're really doing it. And so I feel like it's so fun when we switch jobs because we appreciate the other jobs so much more, and we really want to be able to do both jobs equally well. And like when the drone was up, I don't know if you saw, if Blue will put in the clip, but it's like I was trying to tack for the first time alone and I got totally discombobulated. I was able to get the jib over no mess, like without messing up, but then because I wasn't holding onto the steering wheel, it like the boat kept turning, and so I feel like we ended up doing like 180, maybe even more than that, but we ended up on the right tack, so it's fine. But it is funny to like try to do things on your own or switch jobs because it's just been such a learning curve these last few months, and you start getting confident in the ones that you know how to do, and then you start trying new ones and you're like back to square one. Steering from in the cockpit.
Yeah, I'm trying. We are snaking our way.
Right?
Yeah. Oh. Whoa.
You can't see as well with the bimini.
Yeah.
I think it's better to steer out there.
There we go.
All good.
We got a nice little heel going. 6 knots. Life is good. Penelope keeps trying to turn into the wind and I keep telling her not to.
It's harder to balance it, I think, on the close haul versus the beam reach.
Yeah, we haven't really figured out the upwind sailing balanced sail trim yet. And that's kind of like, in order to use our hydro vane, which we installed on the back, the sails need to be balanced. So we definitely need to figure it out. But it's like, I don't know.
It's hard, I think, with the gusts too.
Yeah, the wind doesn't feel like consistent enough to really be able to balance it well. Because it's like you get it, and then like 5 minutes later something changes a little bit. But
You're doing great.
thanks.
You're all decked out in your gadgets. You got your GoPro, your iPad.
I know, this is technology sailing. The old sailors would be turning in their graves. So should we try downwind sailing?
I think we should try it. It always ends up being a very interesting experience. One time we accidentally jibed and ripped our bimini. But this time I think we won't need to do, I'm not gonna go like full out downwind, and I'm not sure how far out I wanna let the beam, because it's like when you do accidentally jibe, it's so intense. But
What's
if you
the
put
beam?
well, like this.
What's a beam?
A boom. So, let me tell you that again. So today we're gonna try downwind sailing, and I don't wanna let the boom out too far, even though I know that's what you're supposed to do, because we don't have a preventer yet. See, now actually, right now it already kind of, we are, oh geez. Oh geez, oh geez, oh geez. We're already kind of downwind sailing when we weren't paying attention. Okay, so this is downwind sailing. So what we need to do, I think, is let the jib out more, right?
Yeah. So, do you want me to let the jib out a little bit more?
Probably should, but it makes me nervous.
Well, the jib should be fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's this guy you gotta worry about.
I'm gonna bring it in a little.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So I'm gonna go a little bit more downwind, okay?
Okay.
I get confused because now you have to like read the indicator backwards.
Yeah.
It's like your lefts and rights get all mixed up. Okay, so we are downwind sailing. So you just look at the head of the arrow.
You're turning too much.
Too much?
Yeah, too much.
Okay.
There you go. So that's, I think,
As close as we can go?
yeah,
Okay, cool.
you're just turning a lot still.
Well, now that the jib gets caught, then she just rounds herself right back up.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, now we're beam reaching again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep trying, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather have her pull back into a beam reach than jibe.
I agree.
Okay. Let's see how... That feels calmer, right?
Yep. I wouldn't turn any more to your starboard. Or...
I'm already turning back to port a little.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. This appears to be downwind sailing. Faristo. Do you want to let the main out a little bit more?
I'm nervous, but I think we should do it a little bit.
Alright.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Alright. Back at the helm.
Oh.
Seem to be going faster.
Yep, now we're up to 5 knots, but we're also like pulling
We're doing
into
a
the
beam
wind.
reach.
Gosh, we're back on a beam reach again. It's so weird. I can't get it to hold on the downwind. It's like it will be a little bit close to downwind, and then like a wave will push us into proper downwind, and then it will go to luffing. But beam reach, we're cooking. Hey, what is our speed? Move your butt. 6.5 knots?
That's not what we're trying to do.
I know. Did you figure it out?
I think we're doing it, Dana.
Good job, babe. Let's see how long it lasts.
Don't be mean.
You're being mean. It is calm downwind sailing, minus the stress of the sails, but it's quiet.
It's quiet, but you have the hidden danger of the boom just being able to kill you at any time.
Yeah.
All right, so we are downwind sailing. It is kind of tricky. Every couple of minutes the boat wants to like turn back to a beam reach, but we're kind of getting the hang of it, and I feel like this could be one of those situations that our self-steering hydro vane does really well in, because it's just like really good at making micro adjustments all the time, which is kind of what you have to be doing when you're going downwind, at least for us, because we haven't figured out exactly how to balance the sails. So it's like, in order to stay close to dead downwind, you just have to put a ton of steering in, because the boat is going like back and forth, but it's really fun. And the fun thing about going downwind is it's really peaceful, and it feels way slower and like way more gentle, even though
and far
technically
less heeled.
Yeah, there's like no heel. Like this would be a great tack to make some food on, cook something, because the boat is like relatively flat and we're still sailing 5.5 knots, so it's like, it's kind of eerie, honestly.
The wind has shifted so much.
Yeah, the wind keeps shifting out here. But we are getting the hang of it, I think. All right, ready for the jib a little bit more?
Yeah, let's try that. A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. Our online store is closing in on 3,000 ebook sales, which is all thanks to your generous support, and to Squarespace for helping us run sales on desktops, smartphones, and tablets. It took less than a couple of hours to get our shop up and running, and since then, it's required zero maintenance on our part. If you'd like to start your own website or online store, head to squarespace.com/wildlyroam for a free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.